In 1848, at the first Women's Rights Convention in Seneca Falls, New York, 300 men and women signed the Declaration of Sentiments. The sentiments demanded equal rights for all U.S. citizens. Sojourner Truth was a women's rights activist best known for her Ain't I a Woman speech delivered in 1851 at the Ohio Women's Rights Convention. In 1920, the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified, ensuring women the right to vote. Only a few years after, in 1923, a suffragist named Alice Paul introduced the first version of the Equal Rights Amendment. Rosie the Riveter was an icon that represented women during World War II, proving that women could perform the same jobs men did in the factories. Women are still fighting for the right to be treated equally and not discriminated against based on gender. Public protests are a powerful tool that can be used to bring about awareness and cultural change.
Political as well as a cultural flashpoint in the 1970s and 80s in Utah, and now it could be coming back.
A state lawmaker is set to reintroduce the Equal Rights Amendment in Utah.
From birth, girls and boys, women and men are expected by society to play certain roles and behave in certain ways based on traditions, religion, and other beliefs. These behaviors are learned and shape the gender norms in a society. Gender norms create disadvantages for women. Girls are not sent to school. When they become women, they then have limited ability to earn money or realize their potential.
This is the moment for women to find their voice. There's nothing more important, I think, than women being empowered. It's quite amazing that we continue to be facing a pay disparity after this has been an issue for so many years. But I really believe that this moment, the Me Too moment, the Time's Up moment, is really going to be a historic moment in terms of changes in the workplace and changes in behavior that has been tolerated for so long.
Over the course of your life, how would you say women's rights have progressed?
I was born in 1961, so we have progressed greatly in those years. The Equal Rights Amendment had been passed. Women are allowed to work in many more career fields than previously. In 1961, pretty much the only jobs women would work as either a secretary, nurse, maybe a teacher.
So you've been a flight attendant for about 30 years. In your lifetime, how would you say that that industry has changed?
My industry has changed greatly. In 1961, had I been hired in as a flight attendant, I would have been restricted to working only to the age of 35. I wouldn't have been allowed to be married. I wouldn't have been allowed to have children. Those were all restrictions that they put on women. And since the Equal Rights Amendment, plus the hard work of many, many flight attendants throughout the years, gained a lot of rights. We've really worked hard for the industry. Pay is better, so the industry has changed greatly.
And lastly, what progress do you hope to see involving women's rights today?
Well, I think we've made a lot of progress. Always more work to do. I think one of the biggest things we need to work on now is the pay inequity for jobs that are, non-union jobs. When it's up to the discretion of the company they tend to pay women less than they pay men, and it isn't merit-based on the job performance. It's mostly based on because they're female and they can get away with paying a female less than they pay a male. So I think the biggest thing we need to work on is pay equity.